Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time watching my videos, what's up? My name is Mateo. I am a real estate broker and investor slash business owner, entrepreneur, and I'm from the island of Oahu on Hawaii. Wow, it's been a while since I've made a video, so I feel awkward and I forgot how to do this, but we'll keep going. So in today's short and sweet video, I'm gonna talk about a townhome that I just flipped last month with my business partner, and we made $60,000, which my portion of that was $30,000 in profit. To be honest, this isn't really a special video. You guys seen videos on my channel from before. I've been flipping houses since 2021. And when I think about this deal, I think about how honestly, kind of boring, but I hope you enjoyed this video and the lessons that I've learned that I will speak about in the end. So let's get this started. The first part of this video, of course, is how did I find this deal? So like all my deals and how I make money and run my business, I got this deal from social media, specifically on Instagram. By the way, if you guys aren't following me on Instagram, go ahead and give me a follow. It is at the Jeremy Mateo. If you found me through this YouTube video, shoot me a message and say, hey, found you on YouTube. I am forever trying to build my following on YouTube, on Instagram. And you know, this social media thing, this is how I run my business. This is how I get all my deals. It's actually how I base my whole business and livelihood. It's built on social media. So as I was saying, I found this deal, or this deal actually found me through Instagram. One of my friends messaged me on Instagram way back in April of 2023. And now that I think about that, it's kind of crazy because we actually closed on this deal late November. So from April 2023 to November 2024, that means this deal took about 19 months to start to finish, which is kind of crazy. And as you can see, not all deals are gonna happen fast. Like some deals take a while to get done. So as I was saying, one of my friends, we weren't really close, but we follow each other on Instagram. He messaged me on Instagram informing me that his grandmother owns this townhome property and she's kind of going through a distressful situation. It's kind of involving family, so I don't want to get too specific on the details out of respect and privacy for their family, but long story short, a family member was living in this property and they weren't paying her rent, and the grandmother still had a mortgage, so that means she had bills to pay, and unfortunately she is retired and she's living off retirement money, so them living in the property and not paying rent was kind of putting her in a bad spot. So I told my friend, no problem. I mean, we see these situations happen all the time. It's pretty common when I meet with distressed homeowners. So I said, let's set up a meeting with me, you, your grandma, and we can discuss how the process works, how getting under contract works, going into escrow, me helping their family member to vacate the property in a civil manner, and then renovating it and then selling it. I thought it was gonna be a piece of cake. I'm gonna go there, speak with the grandma, get everything under contract, awesome. It actually didn't happen like that. I met the grandmother, she's sweet, super nice, but unfortunately, she had a hard time believing that I was legit. I don't know if it's because I'm young or I have colored hair, I have tattoos, but I guess it doesn't seem like I'm a real estate investor or someone that does this. So I had to be extremely patient. I had to explain to her the process and tell her that basically I'm not a scammer, you know, I'm a real estate investor. Yeah, I had to do that like several times. Not gonna lie, after several times of doing the same exact thing, meeting with her, explaining the process, explaining what title and escrow was, it was kind of frustrating. Like I was like, what more do you want me to do? You know, after a while, think about this deal, and I was thinking, okay, yeah, this deal is gonna involve rehab. This is gonna involve, you know, a contractor. As I said from my past videos, you know, I've flipped probably like 6 to 7 houses since 2021. And I've said in the past that after all that, I'm never doing things alone. So I called up my buddy Warren. We've actually flipped some houses together and we've made like 6 figures together. Great partnership. So I said, hey dude, I need you on this deal. So I figured I'd bring him and me and my friend to meet my friend's grandma and just, you know, show her that, hey, like, we're just two young, hardworking boys, real estate investors trying to help you out, you know. And I figured him explaining to her the process and me doing it as well kind of like make her feel a little, you know, more secure and rest assured that we're not scammers. So from there, I think it was maybe like the 5th, 6th, or I don't know, maybe 7th time we've met with the grandma. We finally convinced her like, hey, we're legit, we're not scammers. And I also think that, you know, she was also experiencing enough financial distress from this family member essentially squatting in the property. So, you know, she met with us and we got it under contract for $335,000. Once it was under contract, I hit up my friends Adrian and Aiden. They're hard money lenders. They own their company, Heritage Wealth Holdings, and they're also local here on Oahu. If you're unfamiliar with hard money lending companies, they're essentially what most flippers use to finance their purchases when they're trying to fix and flip properties. They're able to fund us 85% of the purchase and 100% of the rehab. For the 15% down payment plus closing costs, we needed about, I think, $80,000 to $90,000, which me and Warren raised that from private money lenders. We raised our capital. How else? Instagram. As I said before in the beginning of this video, Instagram is an asset. This is how, you know, we find our deals, and this is also how we raise our private money lenders and essentially how we find them. So it wasn't until I think maybe August 1st. Yeah, August 1st that we closed on the property. And if you look at my past videos, you'll see the videos of when we closed on it and us walking through the property. As you can tell, like this deal, this property wasn't that bad. Like the foundation was fine, the walls were fine. I mean, it's a townhome, so you know, it shouldn't be anything crazy. The roof is taken care of by the HOA, so we're fine. If anything, like it was just a lot of junk and trash in the property that was like kept there like hoarder style. I think total amount we spent for the rehab was about, I think $40,000 to $42,000. For the most part, this rehab process went super smooth. Like we didn't run into any surprises. We actually went under budget. I thought we were gonna spend $50,000. We only spent $40,000 to $42,000. Maybe a little delay. I was hoping to do this rehab in about 4 weeks. We did it in about, I think 6 weeks, which is not that bad. The only hiccup we've had that was like a, oh shit moment, which wasn't that bad, was when we were having our contractor install the glass shower door in the bathroom. Long story short, they were installing it and it shattered into a million pieces, but it's okay. Thank God Lowe's still had another one in stock and the contractor reimbursed us for the extra door, installed it, and all was good. We then officially hit the market on October 21. This was awesome because literally we had so much attention. We had a lot of interest. I think day one, we actually got an offer, which is like, as a real estate investor who was flipping houses, that is the best thing that could ever happen. So I think after a week, we got 3 offers total, and we chose the best offer and went under contract right away. Home inspection went well, no problems. The entire escrow process was like, I think less than 30 days, which was super awesome, and everything went according to plan. No drama, no stupid anything. So to backtrack, we listed the property for $500,000. We got 3 offers and we closed at $521,000, which was awesome because at $521,000, I think we set the record for the highest 2-bedroom sold in this neighborhood. We also did give the buyer a $12,000 credit to pay for a 2-1 buy down. If you don't know what a 2-1 buy down is, check out one of my past videos I made about the 2-1 buy down. It's essentially a seller credit to the buyer that allows them to purchase a home with a lower interest rate temporarily. So now that I told you this story about this flip, again, it's not really that special. It's kind of boring now that I think about it. You know, there's no drama, but for me, for my partner, like this is the best thing that could ever happen. We don't want drama. But unfortunately, that isn't good material for YouTube because what makes things interesting are the stories, the drama, the problems when things don't go according to plan. So as an investor and a YouTuber, I apologize to you guys, but I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. If you remember from my past videos where I did have deals go wrong, like it sucked, you know? Things went wrong, things went over budget, things weren't selling as fast as I wanted to. And for the most part, it was actually kind of depressing. Like I wanted to like jump off a building. I laugh now, but back then was not awesome. Like, it sucked a lot. So now that I told you that, real quick, I just want to go over some highlights that I've learned and that I want to, I guess, talk about with this flip that helped me accomplish this. And hopefully if you're watching this and you want to get into flipping wherever you are in the country, that maybe, this could help you as well. So if you watch some of my past videos, I think I've done like maybe 7 flips now, and I've been flipping houses since 2021. Again, I've won big, but I've also lost big. And I think, the number one thing I preach with my experience, I've said it multiple times, is to never do things alone. I partnered with someone, AKA Warren, who is very intelligent, he's hardworking, and a lot of his strengths are my weaknesses, Warren is an engineer, so he's very calculated, he's very smart, he is able to look at the little things and not miss them, which is a great partnership for me because as someone like me, I'm very, optimistic. Sometimes I could get too optimistic. I'm very visionary, but I have, sometimes I look over the small details. And, in the past, I gotta admit, like sometimes I was a little delulu, but we're working on that. So if you're doing projects and it involves a lot of rehab, or you're maybe doing a lot of projects at one time, I definitely recommend getting a partner, and splitting the workload, splitting the risk. And it's awesome because if you guys win and you win big, you get to win with your friends. Not only that, but if you're busy, your partner can help pick up the workload and vice versa. Second thing, branching off of that, I've learned to partner with someone else, but I've also learned to hire a real estate agent. What I mean by that is in the past, as a realtor investor, I would always list my own flips. But by doing that, it takes up a lot of my time because not only do I have to be an investor and wear my investor hat, I also have to wear my realtor hat for this deal, for my clients' deals, and it takes up a lot of time. So this time around, I decided to hire Wendell. Wendell is the real estate agent that is in my company and also listed my flip. Wendell actually started out as being my personal assistant. At the beginning of this year, I hired him, but what I realized after a couple months is that I wasn't really utilizing him in the best way possible. What I mean by that is that I had a lot of stuff to do with like different businesses, my real estate work, my flipping work, but a lot of the things that I wanted him or needed him to do required him to have his real estate license. So after a while, I was like, hey, Wendell, what are your thoughts on getting licensed as a realtor here? And sure enough, literally a month later, the guy gets licensed. And when he gets licensed, like we're off to the races, and productivity and my life got so much easier. Now thinking about this whole ordeal, one thing I noticed is that when I listed my own flips, sometimes with my projects, I would get a little too emotionally attached. Like sometimes I would like take feedback the wrong way, or maybe I'd try to like oversell it when I speak to buyers or buyer agents. But now that I have Wendell, he is handling all of that, and that just removes me from the conversations and the negotiations, and he handles it, which is awesome because as a new real estate agent, he is able to learn right away how to communicate, how to negotiate, and just learn what it takes to be a real estate agent. Now, the third and last thing that I want to talk about with this whole ordeal was basically learning to appreciate base hits. What I mean by that is that learning to appreciate these small deals, I made good money, I made $30,000, but it's not life-changing money, And even though with that, like I still think it's amazing because if you've seen from my past videos, I was always trying to swing for the home runs. I was always trying to get these banger deals, which would make me like 100K, 200K, 300K in profit. But even though, yes, I did win big and hit these home runs, I also struck out trying to swing for these home runs on some other deals. The reason for that is that with these big home runs comes a lot of big risk. So after going through all of that, I think about, just being happy with getting base hits because honestly, I really didn't do much work. I was able to partner with people, hire Wendell as my realtor, and like they were doing a lot of work, took off the workload from my plate, and we still made 30K. It was an easy 30K. And when I think about that, when I say those words, an easy 30K, it was an easy 30K. I think I'm very blessed, I'm very lucky to be able to be in this position, to be making, honestly, it's great money, not life-changing money, but it's honestly great to be able to have other people in this like machine, this business, or whatever you want to call it, helping me. So if you're watching this and you want to get into flipping, or you're new and you're trying to figure it out, I definitely recommend partnering with people and delegating and not doing everything on your own. And going off of that, if you're on Oahu and you want to get into flipping, or you have a deal but you don't know if it's a good deal, or you're just inexperienced and you need help, feel free to hit me up, message me on Instagram. I'd love to help you out, and we could both win and take this deal, or whatever deal you have, take it on together. So where do we go from here? So currently it is December 13 as I'm recording this video. I have to say I'm sorry for all those people who watch my videos. I've completely abandoned this YouTube channel. You know, I did a lot this year. I had a lot of businesses, I had a lot of things going on, and I just felt like I wasn't focused. When you start a business, it's not easy in the beginning. Like, you're gonna struggle a lot. But if you're opening 3 to 4 businesses at one time, think of that struggle times 4, you know? It's really stressful, and I just did not have the capacity to make videos regularly. And when you're like struggling, no one wants to make videos about you struggling, you know? It's just, no one does that. Or at least it's not fun. But after this year, I've learned a lot. I've been able to improve myself and handle my workload and my stress, and just being able to get things done. And I think moving on from now, I'm happy to say that, you know, I'm gonna get back into this content game. I'm getting back into flipping. I've got my momentum again, you know, and I'm ready to make videos regularly and hit it hard for 2025. Next year, 2025 is all about, you know, making videos regularly, posting on YouTube, Instagram, making content, and building my personal brand. And I think I've got my foundation set. I've got Wendell, I've got my team. You know, I'm ready to keep things, whatever this is, and keep it going and just take it to the next level. So if you've been watching since day one, or this is your first video that you're watching, thank you for watching till the end, if you made it this far. And yeah, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, X, subscribe on YouTube. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.